Mr. and Miss PA Basketball Awards program. My name is Gary Sutton. I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. Marsico Sports Group, including Sports Recruiters and Pennsylvania Sports Agency, is proud to present this program, and I do want to mention that Pennsylvania Sports Agency is the premier sponsor of the Big 33 game also taking place this weekend. It'll be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Bishop McDevitt Stadium. It's going to be, if you're watching on TV, Fox 43.2, MASN, NBC Sports Philly, AT&T Sports Pittsburgh, and Stadium Sports nationwide. It's expected to reach 30 million people tomorrow night, and the main sponsor, as we mentioned, is Pennsylvania Sports Agency. The Pledge of Allegiance and invocation will be led today by Denny Bavaria, retired Master Sergeant, United States Air Force. Our flag will be superimposed here on the screen. If you could rise with us, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
First of all, it's quite an honor to say the Pledge of Allegiance today. Sam Marsico always did this before each banquet, and to replace him is quite an honor for me. Sam passed away in October of last year. Sam was a military veteran and was part of that great generation that really made this country great. He was a true patriot and really did see Christ in every person he met, with all of his charity work in the area by him and his wife. So if you can please stand, face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please keep standing. We will say our prayer before a meal. Bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for the food we are about to eat and the friendships that we will establish today. Dear Lord, bless these young people as they begin their journey in life. Let them always remember to be like Christ to every person they meet, and see Christ in every person. It is through your Son's name we pray. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Denny. The Mr. and Miss PA Basketball Awards program is a concept developed by the principals at Sports Recruiters, a service designed to connect high school sports athletes with college coaches. Our board of advisors is replete with former and current high school athletes and coaches, as well as respected business, civic, and community leaders. Marsico Sports Group consists of PA Sports Agency, we told you about them a moment ago, Sports Recruiters, Mr. PA Football and Mr. and Miss PA Basketball, and Marsico Promo. You can get more details on these services on their website at pasportsagency.com and the podcast, Mr. PA Football Inside Track All Sports Podcast. Our newest adventure at Marsico is PA Sports Agency, which helps high school and collegiate student athletes with name, image, and likeness opportunities and contracts. Our agents bring an unparalleled combination of sports experience and legal expertise to the NIL landscape. They have over 16 years of experience working with high school athletes, including the Mr. PA Football and Mr. and Miss PA Basketball programs, football camps, and 7-on-7 teams. PA Sports Agency can help high school and collegiate student athletes find profitable NIL opportunities and create contracts that protect the student athlete. Learn more at pasportsagency.com. Excuse me. Our 10th annual awards program today is a companion of the Mr. PA football program, which celebrated its 13th year in March right here in this very spot. Today it's time again to honor the young men and women on the court. Now, the votes were from sports fans, high school coaches, and sports writers and sportscasters from across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The fans, media, and coaches each represent 1/3 of the vote. This year, we had over 144,000 votes throughout the voting process, more than twice the amount of votes from last year. Pretty incredible. The voters were instructed to consider the following criteria: athleticism, performance, character, integrity, academics, sportsmanship, and teamwork. At this time, I would like to acknowledge and thank our advisory team. We give them a great round of applause. If they would stand up, please, some of our advisory team members are here. I'd like to also acknowledge the sponsors and thank them for their generous support, especially our platinum sponsor, Dauphin County, Carmen Fenestra, OIP, and Dr. Stephen DeLuca, Invicta Video Productions, and High School Sports Live. You can see the list of sponsors on the website at www.paball.com. Again, a great round of applause for our sponsors as well. We'd also like to recognize all of the high school coaches who are here today. They do a great job working with the athletes. We also thank and recognize members of the media. Let's have those coaches stand up that are here today, collegiate and high school. Please stand. And we'd also like to thank all of you who make this program possible, especially our selection committee. Now, Sports Recruiters is honored and proud to team up with a very worthwhile charity, the 3-Star Foundation. Our 3-Star Award nominees are selected based on mind, body, and spirit. I'm going to ask those 3-Star nominees to come up here to my left and stand, and we have a short video to play for our 3-Star athletes. You'll point to the screen right here. You can watch that. Thank you.
2023 Miss PA Basketball 3-Star Award nominees: Grayson Nutt, Mechanicsburg forward senior. College, Shippensburg University. Stats: 9.9 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game. Accolades: 2022 PIAA Class 5A State Semifinalist, 2023 Cedar Crest Tip-Off All-Tournament Team, 2023 Second Team Mid-Penn Keystone, 2023 All-Sentinel First Team, 2023 Penn Live Big 15 Girls Basketball All-Star Team Honorable Mention, 2023 M&T Bank John Travers Award nominee. Volleyball 2022 All Penn Live Player of the Year, 2022 Mid-Penn Keystone Player of the Year. National Honor Society, Operation Wildcat Volunteer, Ronald McDonald House Volunteer, New Hope Ministries Volunteer. Sydney Wyatt, Cedar Cliff, Guard, Senior, College, Susquehanna University. Stats: 8.4 points per game. Accolades: 2023 First Team Mid-Penn Keystone, nominated for Top 300 Player Miss Pennsylvania Basketball by Sports Recruiters, 2023 All-Sentinel First Team, 2023 Penn Live Big 15 Girls Basketball All-Star Team. Awarded as the only female scholar athlete from Cedar Cliff for the WSHOF Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame Scholar Athlete nominee for academic and athletic excellence. Awarded for the E. Jerry Brooks PIAA District 3 Academic and Athletic Excellence Award. Helped lead Cedar Cliff to a back-to-back undefeated regular season and the 2023 PIAA Class 6A Championship game. 2023 Mr. PA Basketball 3-Star Award nominees: Jackson Boone, Cumberland Valley Forward Senior. College, Shippensburg University. Stats: 10.2 points per game, 9.1 rebounds per game. Accolades: Hershey Tournament MVP, 2023 Mid-Penn Commonwealth Honorable Mention, season-ending knee injury on January 10th versus Harrisburg. National Honor Society, Honor Roll member, Patriots Club member, Raider Success Academic Scholarship, Special Olympics volunteer, youth basketball and baseball camp coach. Eli Becker, Palmyra Forward Senior. College, Wilkes University. Stats: 15 points per game. Accolades: 2023 Lebanon County Player of the Year, Donegal Tip-Off Tournament MVP, First Team Mid-Penn Keystone.
And our award winners are up here. Let's give them all a great round of applause for the state. Our runner-up for the girls 3-Star, Grayson Nutt. Congratulations, Grayson. And the girls 3-Star winner is Sydney Wyant of Cedar Cliff.
I just want to thank the Sports Recruiter organization for nominating me and my team for an incredible couple of years. It's been grateful. I'm grateful.
She definitely does not have a career in politics. She was way too short, right? So there you go. Now for the boys. Our runner-up, Mr. Eli Becker. And the boys' 3-Star winner is Jackson Boone of Cumberland Valley. Jackson.
Thank you to everyone who's made this possible, my coaches, my teammates, my friends. Thank you, everybody. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Again, a nice round of applause for all of our athletes up there. They represent the very best. You may be seated. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, we'd like to recognize the most promising male and female underclassmen and ladies. Please stand where you are. Actually, we're going to have you come down here to the front again. And please, again, turn your attention to the screen here, our most promising underclassmen nominees. And you may come down here right now if you are one of those nominees, please.
Most promising underclassmen nominees. Alina Fassetti, Blackhawk, guard, junior, stats 17.4 points per game. Ayana Wade, Clareton, guard, sophomore, stats 33.3 points per game. Kayla Correa, Lebanon, guard, sophomore, stats 18.1 points per game. Lake Fields, Kennedy Catholic, forward, sophomore, stats 19.6 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. Olivia Jones, Cedar Cliff, guard, sophomore, stats 15.3 points per game. Alir Maylord, Imani Christian Academy, center, sophomore, stats 15.1 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, and 3.1 blocks per game. Jared McKee, St. Joseph Prep, guard, sophomore, stats 16.5 points per game. Malik Thomas, Lincoln Park, guard, sophomore, stats 25 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 5 assists per game. Owen Slaughter, Trinity Camp Hill, guard, sophomore, stats 20.6 points per game, 4.3 assists per game, and 3.2 rebounds per game. Accolades: Mid-Penn Capital Player of the Year, Class 3A State Semifinalist, 2023 District 3 Champion, Second Team Class 3A All-State, 2023 All-Sentinel Player of the Year. Robert Wright, Newman Goretti, guard, junior, stats 23.1 points per game, 4.9 assists per game, 4.8 rebounds per game.
And again, a nice round of applause for all of our nominees. Our runner-up for the girls' most promising underclassman winner is Kalea Correa.
Congratulations.
And the girls' most promising underclassman winner is Olivia Jones of Cedar Cliff. Olivia?
I came a little bit prepared just in case. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that made this possible. And thank you to my teammates. We had an amazing season this year. None of it would have been possible without all of them. Also, my parents, I just want to say thank you guys for all you do. None of anything that I've done ever would have been possible without you guys. And to my brother, thank you for everything that you've done, never complaining, not once, always coming to every tournament, supporting me. And just thank you again to everybody that made this possible. Yeah, thank you.
And the boys' most outstanding and promising underclassman winner is Owen Schlager of Trinity.
I want to thank my parents, my family for supporting me, and none of this is possible without them. Thank you.
This year, to parallel our Mickey Minnick Legendary Football Coach Award, we introduced the William Bill Gaffey PA High School Basketball Legendary Coach Award. Coach Gaffey coached at Bishop Guilfoyle, Auburn, New York, Mount Carmel, Bishop McCourt, St. Mary's Public, and Susquehanna Township High School. Coach Gaffey won 2 state championships in 1967 and 1980 in his 29 years of coaching. After his coaching days, Bill Gaffey continued his involvement by founding the Pennsylvania Basketball Hall of Fame, the PAHoops.org website, and running regional shootouts and all-star games. Bill passed away on May 1st. We are very fortunate today to have his son, Mike Gaffey, to be here with us to present the award to the first recipient of the Bill Gaffey Award. We're going to ask Mike to come up and say a few words about his dad. Mike?
Just wanted to say good afternoon to everyone. I think with my father, Bill, he definitely had an impact on younger players that played for him in high school. So I figured I would give you a message today of the players that are here, whether you're an underclassman or a senior, as to something that he would have said to you that you could take with you that'll help you with your basketball careers. I think the most important thing he always said to me when I was younger, or anybody on our team, was when you're guarding someone, and again, I'm 59 years old, so I'm trying to keep up with the slang language in high school. Usually when you're guarding someone now, the correct terminology is you say, I'm going to check that person, I'm going to check him, I'm going to check her. He said the best way to stop someone who's a really good offensive player is not to let him have the ball. So that's something you could take with you today. The other thing I want to share with the parents that are here, I know a lot of you are involved, and the other coaches that I think he would say to you, is when you get a chance, when you leave the facility today, and this is a wonderful facility and a great event, is he always tried to help someone that was in need, whether it was a player, maybe a player's parent, with any type of situation. Maybe it was advice, maybe it was help getting to a camp or something like that. So when you leave today, players and parents, I think he would encourage you to try to help someone. The best part about him here that I'll share with you, and I'll continue to be brief, is he always had a way of being at these events and spreading a sense of humor. So just to give you a little background on him, not only was he a fantastic coach and numerous state championships and accolades, but he was a great husband and a great father. And so when myself and my younger brother were in first grade and kindergarten, he was coaching at Bishop McCourt. My brother John was born in the hospital, and he had an away game that night. So again, for our coaches in here and Coach Rhodes at Penn State, I can only imagine you guys on a bus on the way to a very important game. Coaches don't want distractions. Okay, and I know Coach McAllister at Mechanicsburg, I know him pretty well. I can pretty much imagine what his bus rides are like on the way to their away games. Well, that night my father had to take myself, first grade, Mike, and kindergarten, my brother Pat, on the bus to the away game. Not a good start. We go to the away game, which was at Conemaugh Township High School, for those of you that are familiar with central Pennsylvania, it's near Johnstown. And that was back in the day when they had the old water bottles. You can't do that now with COVID, where everyone shares the same water bottle, but they had the old squirt tops on them. So we were sitting behind the bench and helping the players with the water. So the visiting fans were behind us, and they were cheering for the other team against our dad's team when their team was scoring baskets, and we got annoyed with that. So we took the water bottles and started squirting the fans behind the bench. Okay, so now Dad has to take a timeout, and he had two managers, and he told them to take us downstairs, put us in the locker room, and lock the door. So we were locked down there for the rest of the night, and I know if he would have been at this event, he would have shared with you a story, something like that. A humorous story about Coach Rhodes, our new coach at Penn State. My whole family went to Penn State, and I know my father he took great pride in that he met Mom there, and all four of us went there. When Coach Rhodes played at Lebanon Valley College, they had a national championship team that he was the point guard on. And he would come to our open gyms and give advice to our players. Again, similar to my father, just helping the local schools and people that just needed help with getting better at basketball. I know Eli Becker's here, and Eli, it would have been great for you to have a guy like Coach Rhodes come into your open gyms and work with you on the side. He was that type of guy. We would go to their games, and I'll close with this. No one could understand at Lebanon Valley College while the Palmyra basketball team would sit directly across from the bench and watch the games, because they were 30-point blowouts in the regular season. So with 8 minutes left, most of the people at Lebanon Valley College got up and went home, especially on a Wednesday night. People had to work. The whole Palmyra team and coaching staff would stay at the game, and Coach Rhodes would be sitting on the bench across from us because he would be substituted for because it was a 30-point game. And the players on the team finally caught wind as to why the Palmyra team and coaching staff was staying at the game. And that's because Coach Flannery was such a lunatic with the officials, he would still be yelling and badgering the officials all the way down to the final buzzer, up by 35 points. And so we developed a close relationship with Coach Rhodes, and we really appreciated him just taking the time out to come help us with the game of basketball. So if you could take something away from an event like this, from anyone that comes up, I heard a lot of the speakers mention their parents. I too thank my parents for everything they've done too. So whoever this award goes to is very deserving, and just appreciative that you guys would have us. Absolutely.
Our award winner has a 437 and 348 career record at the following schools: Susquehanna, Palmyra, where they won a district title in 1996, Steele and High Spire, Annville Cleona, Penn State Harrisburg, back-to-back regular season NEAC championships in 2010-11, 2011-12, Bishop McDevitt, district titles in 2015-16 to 2018-19, and at Mechanicsburg. He served as a varsity assistant for 1 year at both Harrisburg Christian Academy and Alvernia University. Ladies and gentlemen, our first award winner, Mike Caffey.
Just hope to be back next year to present the award to the next winner on behalf of Bill Gaffey, my father.
Mike did not know that was going to happen, by the way. I want to please welcome back at this time Mr. Denny Bavaria. Denny?
Every year we talk about the Lustgarten Foundation and pancreatic cancer. The basketball committee has supported us for 10 years, and I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. PA Basketball for all their help in promoting this annual cancer walk on behalf of Mrs. Marsico, who passed away from pancreatic cancer, and my wife 10 years ago. In 8 years, we have raised over $300,000 for the Lustgarten Foundation, the #1 pancreatic cancer research in the world. They're out of New York. It is the third leading cause of cancer deaths now in America, and it's going to be #2 by next year. Our walk this year is October 15th at Cumberland Valley High School. I see a lot of Cumberland Valley girls that have supported me on this walk, and it's really a big event. 100% of every dollar donated goes to research. And I want to thank the basketball committee, and please come out and join us. It's lustgarten.org. Just go in, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Denny. Now we invite the finalists to come forward to the stage to take their assigned seats for the final awards that we have today. And while the finalists are coming forward, and we'll ask you to come down and have your seats right here, there are names on your chair, if you would please, both boys and girls. While the finalists are coming forward, we want to announce that SportsRecruiters.com, organizers of the Mr. and Miss PA Basketball Annual Awards, will be establishing the PA Big 13 East-West High School Basketball All-Star Games in 2024. This is exciting news. The new PA Big 13 will consist of 2 games. The top senior boys and the top senior girls will compete. The inaugural East and West teams will square off in Dauphin County, Pennsylvania this next spring, and we are looking forward to that happening, and I believe if I'm correct on this, the awards and the game will take place on the same day. At this time, I again will direct your attention to our video up here as it introduces our keynote speaker here this afternoon.
Penn State University's brand new men's basketball head coach Mike Rhodes preceded his career as a standout player here in Pennsylvania at Lebanon Valley College. He led his team in 1994 to the Division III National Championship, was twice named All-American, was the National Division III Player of the Year in 1995, and now has his number 5 jersey retired at the school. After college, Mike jump-started his career in coaching by accepting an assistant coaching position at Randolph-Macon College in 1996, and then took over as the head coach of the program at just 25 years of age in 1999. As head coach, he guided the team to 4 NCAA Division III tournaments and 2 Sweet 16s. 10 years later, in 2009, Mike moved to Division I, serving as assistant coach at Virginia Commonwealth University. While there, he was part of the coaching staff for the 2010-2011 Final Four team. In 2014, he moved to Houston for his first Division I head coaching position at Rice University, turning the program completely around. He caught the attention of those back at Virginia Commonwealth, and in 2017, he was hired as the head coach there. During his time helming the VCU Rams, he led them to the NCAA tournament 4 times. Just earlier this year, Mike has been named the head men's basketball coach at Penn State University as he begins to develop his first team with the program for the 2023-2024 season. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the men's Penn State Nittany Lions new head coach, Mike Rose.
This is my type of banquet. We're playing with great pace today, so this keynote speaker is going to be on a shot clock, which is what we need in Pennsylvania as well. I know you all agree. So yeah, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. So it's an unbelievable honor to be here, being from Pennsylvania, playing basketball in this area, recruiting in this area, seeing so many familiar faces. It's a great honor. I want to thank the sports recruiters for having me, and most importantly, congratulations to all the coaches here, and most importantly, all the student athletes on some impressive resumes for sure. I'll take all of you right now, and you can go back to State College with me right now, as I need a team. I need a full team. But I will tell you this, we're all here together because of a little orange ball. Think of that. Why we're all here. Because some point in our life, we fell in love with basketball. And it was a game, right? And it's created all these unbelievable experiences. We meet all these neat people. It opens up avenues for us, opens up doors, and creates avenues for us that we all only dreamed of. Now, you saw me. I was much skinnier in those pictures, but so you know my story, and I'm going to connect this with my whole reason I want to talk to you guys today. I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania. It's a mile long, 4,000 people. When I was growing up, we had 4 red lights. It's down to 3 now. It's down to 3. But I woke up every morning, put my sneakers on, grabbed my basketball, and went to the playground every day. And if I didn't do that, I snuck up into junior high, and I went and played basketball there with the high school kids or the older guys that played in the evenings. And I fell in love with basketball. And when you're growing up, it's just a game. It's just something you do. And then my uncle, who was a high school coach, Mickey Holland, who won over 700 games, second grade, he got the job. I was his manager. I was his water boy. I was that guy with the squirt bottle. I was the guy that cut the oranges at halftime. I cut the best oranges for all the high school kids better than anyone. That was my job. I was a rebounder. I was a passer. I was the guy that ran to half court and picked up the jerseys. That was me. I was the guy with the army bag with 5 basketballs, but he always said on away games, make sure you come home at 6. And I did that, okay? And because of a little orange ball, I became a starting point guard in 10th grade. I go to college to play basketball. I got an education degree. I wanted to be like my uncle. I wanted to be a coach, and I wanted to be a basketball coach and a teacher. My family were full of educators. But I also knew that every day I woke up, even in my 20s, like many of you will feel, I want to get to the gym, that little orange ball. I never in my wildest dreams thought it would open up all these avenues for me and got me an unbelievable education. It got me a master's degree. I've been in probably over 30 countries in the world because of basketball. I've met some of the most incredible people in the world. And a lot of them were guys that came and played basketball for me. And that's why we're all here today. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to give you some secrets. Number one, it's going to be really hard. Hard is good. When you're uncomfortable and when times are tough is when you're going to grow the most. It's okay. Don't be afraid to grow. When you're a coach, moving is tough. Telling your family you're going to take another job is tough. But it's huge. It's a huge journey. It's a fun journey. It's a great adventure. And the neat thing about it for me and my family, we keep meeting more and more cool people in the world because of a little orange ball. It creates great opportunities for you to expand who you are. When you get to your college campus or your next season, things are going to go not exactly how you want. That's good. That's when you'll grow the most. And the way you get through tough times is you work really, really hard and you listen to the people that are going to help you the most. And in the world that we're in now, right, everybody wants to make excuses. My dad's greatest advice he ever gave to my brother and sister and I is no matter what, don't make excuses. Don't blame it on anyone else. Just continue to keep finding a way and good things will happen for you. It's the greatest advice he ever gave me. No excuses, keep going. And so I'm standing here, that guy, that skinny guy. That jersey doesn't fit me anymore. I wish it did, but it's never gonna. The reason I'm standing here as the coach at Penn State and had this cool career in basketball was because my dad gave me great advice of never making excuses. Just keep finding a way. Keep going. Life's not always fair. The world sometimes throws you upside down, but don't make any excuses and keep going. And that's how you usually pass everybody out. But the most important thing of all this is because of basketball, you have opportunities. The number one opportunity you'll have is to get an unbelievable education. The basketball, I'm sorry to tell you guys this, but someday the basketball is going to stop. But if you use basketball to become the most educated person you can be, that degree that you'll have on your wall won't just change your life, but it will change everybody around you, their lives as well. I take great pride in all my players are going to graduate, and I want them to put their degree up on their wall so their kids, their nieces and their nephews can see that if you could do it, other people can do it as well. Become as educated as you can and learn as much as you can so you could be the leaders that we want in this world. And I always say, don't let basketball use you. You use basketball to get everything you want in this world. Because if I'm an example of that, I know many of you can be an example of that as well. Go get that education. No one could ever take that away from you. And while you're doing that, my last piece of advice, Coach Gaffey pretty much hit it as well, is pay it forward. The time and the effort people have put into you all, now you put in others and pay it forward. To all the adults here, all the parents, all the educators, the coaches, there's nothing better than seeing somebody you helped get to where they want to go. And we don't need any credit for it because we all know it's the right thing to do. But for young people, if you could learn at a young age to pay it forward, help those that just need that push, help those people that just need a little bit more to get over the hump, you'll feel so good about who you're becoming and the example you're going to set. So those are the little ideas. That's my keynote speaker. I don't know. I'm not as, my sister has a doctorate in education. She's a world-class speaker in my house. I'm a basketball coach. I can yell. I could stop you in your tracks right now if you want. But I know this from all the experiences I had as a basketball player, as a coach. There's nothing better in this world than basketball. Think about it. Think about all the cool experiences we've all had because of a little orange ball and the teammates we have that become family and the experiences we have and what it could do for us. We're all here today for you guys because of a little orange ball. Don't forget that. Keep appreciating that. And I wish you guys all the best in whatever's next. But I know this, if you guys are the leaders that we have moving forward, we're all going to be okay around here. So congratulations, and thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let's get another round of applause for our new Penn State head basketball coach. It's going to be fun to see what Mike accomplishes in the years to come at Penn State, and we so appreciated watching Mike Shrewsbury this past season, the great job that he did. I know they're moving on, but great to have the Shrewsbury family with us here today, too. A nice round of applause for them as well. Well, we're proud to introduce our finalists, and they are sitting here right now. And we'd like to point again your attention to our video here with the accolades of our finalists sitting in front of you right now.
2023 Miss PA basketball finalists: Abby Sharp, Plymouth White Marsh, guard, senior, college, University of Pennsylvania. Stats: 18.7 points per game. Accolades: three-time first team Class 6A All-State, 2022 Class 6A state champion. Alexis Hess, Fleetwood, guard, senior, college, Kansas State University. Stats: 17.6 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game. Accolades: 2023 first team Class 4A All-State, 2022 first team Class 5A All-State, four-time All-Conference. Sierra Toomey, Dunmore, center, senior, college, University of North Carolina. Stats: 10.6 points per game. Accolades: 2023 first team Class 3A All-State, two-time first team Class 4A All-State, 3A PA Sports Writers Pennsylvania Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American, Class 3A state champion. Gabby Casey, Lansdale Catholic, forward, senior, college, St. Joseph's University. Stats: 21.5 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, and 3 assists per game. Accolades: two-time first team Class 4A All-State, 4A PA Sports Writers Pennsylvania Player of the Year, 2023 Pennsylvania Gatorade Player of the Year, Class 4A state champion. Jill Jenkins, Cumberland Valley, guard, junior, stats: 22.9 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game. Accolades: two-time first team Class 6A All-State, Mid-Penn Commonwealth Player of the Year. Olivia Jones, Cedar Cliff, guard, sophomore, stats: 15.3 points per game. Accolades: first team Class 6A All-State, 6A PA Sports Writers Pennsylvania Player of the Year. Led the team to the Class 6A state championship game. 2023 Mr. PA basketball finalists: Alamado, Springside Chestnut Hill Academy, forward, senior, college, Marquette University. Stats: 11.9 points per game. Accolades: first team All-Inter AC. Braden Shrewsbury, State College, guard, senior, college, University of Notre Dame. Stats: 17.4 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game. Accolades: 25-3 record, Mid-Penn Commonwealth champion, first team Class 6A All-State, Mid-Penn Commonwealth Player of the Year. Davion Hill, St. John Newman Regional Academy, guard, senior, college, Missouri State University. Stats: 32 points per game, Accolades: four-time first team, Team Class 2A All-State, two-time Class 2A PA Sports Writers Pennsylvania Player of the Year, three-time District 4 champion. Justin Edwards, Emotep Charter Forward, Senior. College, University of Kentucky. Stats: 17.9 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game. Accolades: three-time first team Class 5A All-State, two-time Class 5A PA Sports Writers Pennsylvania Player of the Year, two-time Class 5A state champion. Ruben Rodriguez, Reading, guard, senior. College, Rider University. Stats: 21.7 points per game. Accolades: three-time first team Class 6A All-State, 2023 Class 6A PA Sports Writers Pennsylvania Player of the Year, two-time Class 6A state champion. Xavier Brown, Roman Catholic guard, senior. College, St. Joseph University. Stats: 17 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game. Accolades: two-time first team Class 6A All-State, 2022 Class 6A champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voting players were nominated by our selection committee, just to remind you, 300 girls and 300 boys. The players were then pared down to the fabulous 50 for each gender, then the tremendous 25, then the terrific 10, and that brings us to the finalists that you see sitting in front of you here today. As we said earlier, and I'm still astounded by this number, there were over 144,000 votes this year for Mr. PA and Miss PA. The players were chosen by basketball fans, coaches, and sports media from around the Commonwealth, and each represented, as we said earlier, 1/3 of the vote. Now please welcome Wade Marsico, President and CEO of Sports Recruiters, to award our individuals this afternoon. Wade.
Our winner of the Miss PA Basketball 2023 is Sierra Toomey. Please come to the podium and just say a few words here. I'll hold it for you.
Wow. I just want to say thank you to everyone here today, and thank you to everyone who made this possible. My mom, who happens to also be my coach. It's been really cool to play for you all pretty much all my life. She's always kind of been someone on the coaching staff. A year ago today, I was on crutches in a knee brace the size of my whole leg, just having ACL surgery. And to be here today receiving this award, it just means so much more getting through all that adversity. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who made today possible, and just thank you to everyone here.
All right, and the Mr. PA Basketball 2023 winner is Justin Edwards. Unfortunately, Justin's flight was delayed last night. He wasn't able to be here, but Coach Andre Noble's here to accept the award for him.
As you all can probably tell, I'm not Justin Edwards. He's 6'7" and way more talented than I. But just a couple of things about him as we celebrate him today. The first is Justin's character. My brother passed away a little bit over a year ago, and one of the first phone calls that I got was from Justin Edwards. We played Abington Heights in the quarterfinals of the state playoff this year. And so the game's over, and this one kid comes over to him, wants him to shine something 40 minutes later, he's like signing everything for the whole side of the Abington Heights thing. And we're just waiting. I told our staff, no, wait, this is important to him. His character of just caring about others is just one of the things that makes Justin a special person. We always tell him, keep that, Justin, and that'll take you where you want to go. And the second thing is his work ethic. Justin didn't come to our school as a top prospect. He wasn't top 300 in the country. He was a kid that just worked. He was 6'2" and really skinny, could not lift the bar in the weight room. And he just worked and worked and worked. He loves the game. He's always working at it. Even when our season ended, like 2 days later, he was back in the gym working. His work ethic has really been the other thing that's carried him where he's going. And so as his high school coach and our school leader, we are super proud of him and all of his accomplishments. Thank you.
All right, this concludes our 10th annual Mr. and Miss PA Basketball Awards presentation. I'd like to thank our partner, Charlie Fortney of Advanced Hoops. Charlie's not able to join us today because of family commitments. All of our finalists here are deserving of recognition, but unfortunately, we can only select 2 winners. Best of luck to everyone in your careers. Then thank you to all of our sponsors, especially Dauphin County. Thanks again to Coach Mike Rhodes for being our keynote speaker. Coach Rhodes, we have a gift here for you. Thank you for being the keynote. Thank you to Gary Sutton here for being our MC. Thank you to John Hanks and his team at Make It Happen Events, Dan Schaefer, Schaefer Films, and Tom Miller of Neon Pathways. Thank you to Invicta Video, Raw Sports, and High School Sports Live, who will be broadcasting today's program with a live stream. Thank you to all the voters, and a special thank you to our advisory team, selection committee, and volunteers. And thank you for attending today's program. All right, Gary? Oh, one more thing I did forget. And also, I want to thank my wife, Judy, here in the first row, and my family, for everybody for putting up with me with all these awards programs.
There you go. You didn't get in trouble, right, Judy? There you go. Anyway, we have some other awards here for all of our nominees. We're going to hand those out at this time, if we could, please, Denny. And Denny will bring those awards right down to you. And while Denny's doing that, I want to thank everybody involved today. Thank you to the parents, to the coaches, to the players. I was listening to Coach Rhodes today, and I was reminded of an old coaching scene. I was in coaching for 40 years myself, and I remember one thing that maybe would help you. And I said, if you don't know where you're going, any road you take will get you there. If you think about that, and everybody in this room, I think, knows where they're going, has a pretty good idea. You heard everyone talking about the various people that have work ethics today, and the parents who are directing you and the coaches that are trying to help you. Make sure you know what road you're on. You want to know where you're going, because if you don't, any road you take will get you there, and there isn't always necessarily a good place. So make sure that there is always in good focus, and you'll be in good shape. And now it's an honor to again introduce Denny Bavaria for our final benediction. Denny?
Thank you. Thank you. Please bow your head. Lord, thank you for the laughter and the wonderful time that we share today at this banquet. May all glory and honor come back to you in everything that we do in life. It is in Jesus' name we believe and pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was supposed to go until 5 o'clock today. Play clock is in play, Coach. 3:49. Listen, it's been an honor to have everyone here today. Really, thank you for joining us. Good luck with the next game, the next season, the next effort, the next challenge. Thank you to all of you for being here again today. Please be safe and going back home. And again, congratulations to all of our winners. You all were winners here today. A great round of applause for everyone, and have a great day. Take care.
So if everybody was on the late, when it takes a
if you could just stay up here, all the award winners today, we're going to get pictures of everyone. And parents, if you want to help get pictures there, feel free. Come on up front here where the tables are, where the chairs are, and we'll get you lined up, all right?